Ever heard that saying, money talks, wealth whispers? It's kind of interesting, I think.
Yeah.
Like, if you're really rich, wouldn't you want to, show it off at least a little?
Right.
Well, today we're taking a deep dive into a trend that's doing the opposite. Quiet luxury.
Oh, yeah. And it's everywhere.
Right.
It's like completely captured the whole cultural, what's it called? Zeitgeist.
Yes.
We're seeing it everywhere, from those like amazingly put together wardrobes on Succession, that HBO show.
Oh, yeah.
To like deep in the comment sections of Reddit, arguing about designer stuff.
We've got a ton of articles and social media posts to unpack for you today.
Yeah.
All about helping you really get not just what quiet luxury is, but what it says about wealth and status and how we signal those things in today's world.
Yeah, because here's the thing. It's not just about like wearing expensive clothes.
Right.
Quiet luxury is way more nuanced than that. It's more about like really good quality, that understated elegance, and an appreciation for how things are actually made, like the craftsmanship.
Yeah.
Which most people, they wouldn't even notice.
Oh, okay. So it's like a secret language?
Totally. It's like that, yeah.
Only certain people know how to speak.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like, think of it this way. Someone who's, new to having money, they might go for those flashy logos, like really in-your-face stuff.
Right.
But people who, say, inherited wealth, or they've grown up around that kind of money for like generations.
Okay.
They don't need to prove anything.
Makes
They
sense.
already know the language.
So that takes us to the whole old money versus new money thing.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Totally. And our sources get into how that plays out in this quiet luxury world.
It's really interesting how that idea like shows up even in pop culture. Take the Roy family from Succession, for example.
Yeah, good one.
They're, what, billionaires, like a million times over?
Yeah.
But their clothes, you're like, wait, really?
I know. It's surprising.
They seem kind of almost normal.
Yeah.
No huge Gucci logos
Yeah.
or like anything covered in diamonds.
Exactly.
And that's the whole point. It's about getting that a simple white T-shirt that someone like Mark Zuckerberg is wearing could actually be like a $300 Brunello Cucinelli one.
Wow.
It's silently saying like, hey, this cost a fortune.
Oh, I see.
But only to people who would, get that.
So even if it's subtle, quiet luxury is still about sending a message.
For sure.
It's like a secret code, right?
Exactly. It's for those who get the nuances of certain brands and like the values they're supposed to stand for. But here's the funny thing, even on Reddit, people are arguing about whether a family like the Roys, with their private jets and crazy parties.
Oh, for sure.
Can they really be quiet luxury?
Yeah. I mean, an elephant at a birthday party
Right.
doesn't exactly scream understated.
Not really. So it makes you wonder, is it more about being picky about which parts of your life you show off versus like never showing off anything?
So maybe it's not about hiding your wealth, but just like choosing how and when you reveal it.
Yes, exactly.
That's so interesting.
And that choice, that, what's the word? That being selective.
Right.
That becomes its own signal.
So how do you actually like spot quiet luxury in the wild? What makes a brand quiet luxury, not just, regular luxury?
It's all about like the story behind the brand, what it's really selling.
Okay.
It's more than just the product, Right. It's that feeling of belonging.
Okay.
Like you're in on something special.
Got it.
Like you understand what the best really means. Take Laura Piana, for instance.
Okay.
They use like the most amazing materials.
Oh, yeah.
Vicuña wool, baby cashmere, stuff most people haven't even heard of.
So it's not about the logo. It's about knowing, like the inside scoop.
Yeah, you got it.
And even if that insider knowledge seems a little out of touch with, regular life.
Exactly. It's a nod to those who get it,
right,
while everyone else is like none the wiser.
But here's something I found really interesting. The pandemic totally shook up the luxury world, and not always in the way you'd think.
Oh, tell me more.
Our sources say it actually caused a huge spike in luxury spending.
Wow, really?
But it wasn't the super rich driving it.
No.
It was the, upper middle class. They were buying high-end stuff like crazy.
Interesting.
All while, the world was freaking out.
So while some people were hoarding toilet paper, others were, grabbing designer bags.
Pretty much.
Wild.
And this boom. It was great for brands like Gucci.
Right.
Because they rely on those, aspirational shoppers.
Yeah, makes sense.
But then, as things started changing, those brands, they felt it.
Felt the pressure.
Exactly.
Because those shoppers, suddenly they had less money to throw around, right?
Exactly.
And inflation and all that makes sense.
But the really expensive brands, your Loro Pianas,
Right.
the Brunello Cucinellis of the world.
The OG quiet luxury.
Exactly. They were fine.
Because their customers, they don't even notice inflation.
It's like a whole different world.
Right, like their own little economic bubble.
So the pandemic kind of like showed us the cracks in the luxury world.
Definitely.
Exposed who was really, really in it for the long haul.
Totally.
And this is where quiet luxury gets really interesting. It's not just about how things look.
Right.
It's about understanding the deeper meaning, the
economics of it all.
Exactly. But isn't it weird? The more we talk about quiet luxury,
Yeah.
the less quiet it gets.
True.
Everyone's trying to get in on it.
Right.
TikTok, fast fashion.
Doesn't that, like, ruin the whole point?
Right. What happens when everyone's in on the secret?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Does it stop being cool for the people who liked it because it was exclusive?
Exactly. Like, where do they go next?
Right. What's cooler than quiet luxury?
That's a good one.
I'm dying to know, what do you think happens when quiet luxury isn't so quiet anymore?
Well, some sources suggest that the super rich,
Yeah.
they might move away from material things altogether.
What? So the next status symbol won't be something you can buy?
That's the idea.
Whoa. Okay, tell me more.
Think about it. What's the one thing even billionaires can't just, like, purchase?
Time. Bingo.
Whoa.
But not just any time. Time that's, like, steeped in history. You know?
Traditions, experiences you can't just buy. Like, imagine inheriting an ancient villa in Tuscany.
Wow. Right.
Or belonging to a group where the traditions go back, like, centuries. That's a kind of wealth that goes way beyond fancy stuff.
So it's not about what you wear, but the story you carry with you.
Exactly. It's a shift from look what I can buy to, like, look at the connections I have.
Conspicuous connection instead of conspicuous consumption.
You got it.
I love that.
It's a signal that money can't buy.
So the ultimate quiet luxury purchase isn't a $10,000 handbag.
Right.
It's a weekend at your family's, like, Renaissance villa in Italy.
Now you're getting it.
Amazing.
It's about embodying a legacy.
Okay.
Something that goes beyond any trend.
That makes a lot of sense.
But here's where things get even more interesting.
Okay, I'm hooked.
And where our sources really make you think.
Okay, hit me.
This whole idea of quiet luxury.
Yeah.
Is it really about having better taste? Or is it, like, still just showing off, just in a sneakier way?
Right. Because at the end of the day, a $300 T-shirt is still a $300 T-shirt.
Totally.
Logo or no logo.
Yeah, it makes you think, right?
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are we all just hardwired to want that status?
Maybe. It's like we're trying to downplay it,
Yeah.
but it's still there.
It's like that saying you can take the person out of,
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the rest.
I know exactly what you mean.
You know
Like,
what I
no
mean?
matter what, we still want to show where we fit in.
Maybe it's just part of being human.
Could be. Ah,
And it makes you think about all the other ways we do it, you know?
oh, totally.
Like how we decorate our homes.
Right.
The cars we drive.
The vacations we take, yeah.
Is it really just about what we like? Or are we trying to say something, even if we don't realize it?
It's probably a bit of both, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But that's what's so fascinating about this whole quiet luxury thing.
What is it?
It shows how much our ideas about status,
Okay.
they change along with our values.
Oh.
And even our anxiety.
Like 100 years ago, it was all about having a fancy carriage.
Right.
Now it's a private jet.
Exactly. Or maybe even a ticket to space. Who knows?
Seriously.
Yeah.
So in a world where, everyone's talking about climate change
Yeah.
and inequality, maybe quiet luxury is a way for the wealthy to, like, square their privilege with. I don't know, maybe not guilt.
Right.
But, like, awareness.
Totally. Like, instead of being flashy,
Yep.
they're trying to be more low-key.
Exactly. So they're not totally out of touch.
Yeah, we see you kind of thing.
But then we're back to that question, right?
Which one?
Are they doing it because they actually believe it?
Oh, right.
Or is it just a game?
A more, like, sophisticated game.
Exactly.
Thing, isn't it?
It is. And if everyone's trying to be quietly luxurious,
Yeah,
doesn't that just change the rules of the game?
definitely possible.
Right.
Trends change, even in the world of quiet luxury.
What you think?
That's what we want, right?
That is. We're not here to
Well-
give you all the answers.
Right.
We just want you to have the info to, make up your own mind.
Exactly.
So the next time you see a brand or, I don't know, some fancy item, whether it's that cashmere sweater or the latest gadget, Ask yourself,
What?
why do I want this?
Good question.
What are we really trying to get out of this?
I like that.
What story am I trying to tell?
Because once you know your own reasons,
Yeah.
you can be a smarter shopper,
Right.
more aware of what you're putting out there.
Intentionally or not, right.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe that's how we start to make choices
Yeah.
that line up with what we actually value.
I love that thought. Well, on that note, we'll leave you to ponder the wonderful world of wealth, status, and all those little signals we send out. And remember, sometimes the most interesting stories aren't shouted, they're whispered. Until next time, happy deep diving.